I just want to start this off by saying a few things. Number one, just because I make notes about some things someone else is doing or some things that are just not great in general does not mean I'm trying to deflect from what I did. I was abusive. I was an abuser in 2023, and the context isn't going to change that. I just want to make some things very clear. And please stop attacking my friends for the things I have done, and I mean, stop using it as an argument against them, because it's not fair to them. They're not responsible for the things I've done, and I'm not responsible for the things they've done. I know there are some certain limits to what people can do to just stay friends before it's just like, before it's just an issue, but I want to make it very clear. My friends would not be my friends if I was still doing the things I had done in 2022 to this current day. When I say someone is supporting me, I do not mean they condone the things I have done or support my past, because they don't. They just want me to get better. They support my betterment and recovery. Okay, so I know context does not change anything, but given that this is my experience with the situation, I'm going to explain my side of things, and don't take this as me trying to just soften the blow or garner sympathy. It's just my explanation as to why I believe that I'm different from my past. Recently, screenshots have gotten out with me joking with my friends that I'm an abuser, or joking about the situation in general. And I want to say that is not proof that I'm an active abuser. It just shows that I've been joking about the situation among my friends in private spaces, because I know some of the things I can say can be harmful or, just hurt others. The only time I've publicly joked about the situation was in a live stream chat, and it was more me just saying that I am, joking that I'm an abuser. The reason why I joke about that is because I've become more aware of some of my behaviors current day, and me and my friends joke about it because we know I'm not an abuser as of now. And it's not really funny, it's just a way of, making light out of things and getting through the situation, because though I'm not the victim, it is still a very complicated situation for all sides. And the extent of the jokes I had made was me saying that I'm BPD abusing or using my BPD mind control, and I want to say that someone else in the chat had made a joke about Chester, although I was not in chat at the time, and I was not on the live stream at the time. I had come back after that, and I would not have been contributing to something like that publicly, because I know it can hurt others. Another thing is, in my friend's private server, and I believe this screenshot had gotten leaked, is, I brought up the fact that Chester made a post saying that I was gonna make my own response with cropped screenshots and all that, and I brought up the fact that one of his screenshots was our at the time friend, his now boyfriend, him saying, this is really hard to explain. At the time we were kind of in a friend group trio thing, and we were all close, but I still had a feeling like they cared about each other more than me at the time. And I brought up these insecurities, and during a fight about the document situation, which I believe was addressed in Yummy's video, I don't know if Chester addressed it, but during this he said that that it was true, that he did care about him more than me and all that stuff. And then, that was one of the screenshots used as evidence. I was not bringing up this screenshot because I believed that this, because I believe that it changed the situation around. I brought it up because he had claims that I was going to use cropped screenshots when he used it as evidence, although I don't think the context changes the situation all too much. It was just something I was bringing up with my friends. Although admittedly the jokes I made with my friends about the situation were more, I guess, harsh than the jokes I had been making publicly. I can't remember the extent of them, but I do know at some point I had brought up my own issues and said that, like, I can't believe that this is his biggest concern, like, me hurting myself in 2022. I want to say, I don't think I have more trauma than Chester. I was not about to compare his own trauma to the situation, although I knew it was wrong to say regardless, which is why I had been talking to my friends about this. I just want to make it clear that, I mean, I don't think I have more trauma than Chester. I know he's been through some horrible things. It was just me venting out my anger and frustrations among my friends, and I do acknowledge that I have an issue with sharing information that's too personal among people, and I'm trying to get better at it, but I don't think that the screenshots of me joking or gossiping is proof that I'm a current day abuser, because I do believe there is a difference between just running your mouth and the things I had done in the past, and it doesn't prove that I'm not remorseful, because I am. I do feel bad about pressuring my friends into a relationship, though at the time I said I was okay with not being in one. I don't believe that it was forced, but I do believe that it was pressure, like heavy pressure. I addressed this in my mental health video that came out before Chester's, where I said that they felt they had to coddle me or else that I was just going to get really bad or do self-destructive things that no one really wanted. I do think that I was wrong for that. Chester brought up in one of his posts that my argument for this was that Freddie had sent me a BDSM test at some point, which I want to say is not the only thing that happened, but I don't see the use in getting into detail about those things. But considering, like, we were 16 and, like, those are messages, like, regardless of the regardless of the reasoning for sending them, it's just, you know, the argument I was making with my friends is not that I think that it was, like, I don't know, I don't think it was flirting. I definitely don't. My issue with it was that, like, I personally wouldn't send that to someone I felt was trying to force their way into my relationship. And I said this privately. I'm only acknowledging this now is because, like, Chester and his friends, I guess, are using this and being like, that this is my only evidence or argument for pressuring them into a relationship, when I don't think it's justified. I just brought it up because I thought it was weird. And when talking about relationships and stuff, I'm just gonna go off my own mind for a second, but the screenshots I was shown about Freddie setting boundaries was more him saying that Chester wouldn't want to be in a poly relationship, not his own self. But, like, later in our friendship, he definitely, like, closed that idea entirely, but he did admit to me in the past, that he had unintentionally given me false ideas. And again, I don't think this is any justification for the way I treated people. It is just further context to the situation, because I don't see myself as a malicious person, but I do know in the past that I was horrible with boundaries, that I either overlooked them or just simply didn't respect them. I was wrong for that. Like, simply put, I just wanted to give more an explanation on my side of things, but I just want to make it very clear, I don't support the things I've done in the past. I don't think that I'm justified for the things I did in the past, and the reason I had a hard time admitting it before this situation came out and when it first came out among my friends that I was abusive is because I thought just acknowledging that meant that I was kind of stuck that way. I didn't want to admit to such a heavy label because of, I guess, the implications of that, what that would be on my character, and I was just stuck with, like, upset that some of the things they had done to me, though I know now that it doesn't justify anything, it doesn't change what I did, it just happened. But I had a hard time admitting to it before because of what that would mean for me. And, yeah. I don't really care if you support me or not. I don't care if you forgive me or not. You're not obligated to. I mean, really, the only people who would be able to forgive me are the people affected. They made it clear that they don't. And it's whatever. I'm not gonna try to earn you back. I'm just gonna continue living my life and trying to move forward and getting better still. Because I don't think being stuck in the past will fix things. I'm not gonna go back and forth with anyone if they make a response to this. It's not that I don't care, I just don't see anything productive that would come out of something like that. Also, I want to make it clear that I don't think my disorder is or was an excuse for my actions, although back then in 2022 I had been in an anti-recovery cycle where I said that I couldn't get better because of my disorder, and I don't think that's the case anymore. However, yeah, in the past I had made notes about that, so I understand where the confusion comes from. However, I wasn't public about my disorder until this came out. I just want to make it clear, I don't think my disorder is an excuse to make people feel bad. And that's why I've been spending time reflecting and trying to get better. And, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna quit entirely as of now. Although I will not be posting for a while, probably. I'm probably not gonna be returning to, trauma style videos. Just sticking to art and animation like I planned to before. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I am still actively getting better because I know not being abusive anymore, or not being an abuser anymore and stuff, doesn't mean that I'm perfect now. I still have my own issues, and I do recognize that posting online might not be a good idea in my current state. Oh, forgot to acknowledge this earlier, but the videos I had posted before where I was defending myself, that was really stupid. That was probably the dumbest thing I could have done in that moment. My mood stabilizers were having the opposite effect on me, and I don't know what to say. It was really stupid of me to post things like that. I don't stand by those anymore. I think that it was stupid. I think I was just grasping at anything to, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. I was grasping at that point, and I was emotional, and I should have not been posting at all. It was really stupid, and I'm sorry if you were exposed to that. I don't think those videos are valid at all anymore. I was just in a highly emotional state, and that's no excuse. It's just what ended up happening. And this whole thing, it's no excuse at all. I just had a lot of shitty learned behaviors that I've since grown out of, but regardless of anything, it was still abuse. It was still wrong of me to do, and I'm still sorry for it. And me joking with my friends doesn't make me any less sorry for pressuring people or for like using my mental state as a way of getting my way, I guess. Although, please stop telling me what to do, and and stop like telling my friends what to do. I've seen people come at my friends telling them not to be my friends and stuff. I'm just making this a note now because I've seen it happening, and it's really frustrating, and I have been trying to get help for a while now. I've had talked to professionals before, just not anytime recent, and I've talked to my family about it, and we're trying to figure something out, but it's not completely in my control. Just know that I'm trying to get the help that everyone knows I need, and please just leave my friends out of this. I'm not responsible for my friends, and they're not responsible for me, and they don't support the things I've done. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm still sorry, really sorry for the things I've done. I do think I was in the wrong. I do think I was an abuser in 2022. And yeah.